When we first moved here, getting chickens felt like the perfect first step towards living a little more self-sufficiently. Fresh eggs and a few feathered companions to keep us company. We started with just 4 hens and, being the animal lovers we are, we quickly got attached. They followed us around the property, got names, and became a part of our daily rhythm. We always knew we wanted to let them free range. It felt right letting them roam and enjoy the land just like we were. But we were also a bit naive about the wildlife around here, and soon enough, nature reminded us how real the risks were. First, we lost one to a fox after being just a little too late closing the coop. Another one was taken by a hunting dog, although we were kindly compensated, and now we have an agreement with the local hunters to give us a heads up when they're nearby, so we can put the chickens somewhere safe. A third hen, weakened by bumblefoot despite our care, was taken by a fox in broad daylight while we were out hiking. And the fourth, lucky one, survived a bird of prey too heavy to carry, but not before losing a whole cloud of feathers. Despite all this, we still didn't want to keep them fully closed. Free ranging is common around here and we really wanted to make it work. But these hens would need some protection. In comes Mr. Rooster, strong and alert, but calm and gentle even around Odin. Since he arrived, we haven't had any more unwanted visitors, and we always double-check the coop is closed well before dark. Now we're realizing 2 hens aren't quite enough for 1 rooster. They've been a little fed up with his enthusiasm. And although we've been leaving the eggs in the nest hoping one might brood, it hasn't happened yet so far. So today we're bringing home 4 new hens to balance things out a bit. We're curious to see how things evolve, and if these new girls will be just as daring as the others, scratching around for food with the digger nearby. Our flock has become a big part of our lives here, and in many ways a big part of this channel too.
Alright, a big pile of stones with soil that I sifted one more time. I sifted again, so now it's almost only stones. It's in this corner now, and a lot of the bigger stones are already there with the other stones. Behind the excavator is the sifted soil with stones maybe 5 on 5 centimeters still in it, because that's the size of the grill. We will also need the soil because we want to make in our driveway a big area where we will plant an oak and plants around it, and you'll be able to drive to the left and the right of it. So that's something that's going to be breaking up the driveway a little bit, so it's not all stones. The rock sieve held up very nicely. It's just now that the 2 legs broke off. They were already getting flimsy, but with all the weight I was throwing on it, because this soil was still wet, it held up perfectly, and I'm done for now. So I just need to re-weld those 2 legs, so I'm very happy with it. So what's left, I'm gonna get the stones in that little corner over there, do it with the wheelbarrow until I have the dumper again, and then afterwards it's gonna be spreading out the soil and move this pile, but maybe I'm gonna wait a little bit until I have the dumper again, so I can dump it in a better place, because every time moving it with the excavator takes time as well. So much easier with the dumper, but soon. I just received the parts from the UK, So new pistons, new cylinders, new gaskets, seals, whatever. In the meanwhile, we keep on going because every time we got good weather, I want to get stuff done. Get a little bit of a head start this year. There's someone in the comments that said it perfectly. When you're renovating, you're moving a lot of stuff. What I need is skid loader, or how do you call it? You know, those bobcats with the wheels or with the tracks to move pallets around. And the funny thing is, everything here will have to be moved once again. But that's only when the driveway is done and when the big barn is done. Then I'll move this for the final time. Okay, next up, these ones. We'll go to our new vegetable garden. Okay, let's repair some of the welds, grind it off. It's tearing also a little bit, but it's still doing its job. So. is dat hij kijkt
in de vlam. Oké, wat kan dit?
Nog een beetje, ja zo. Nu ga ik een beetje naar links. Zo. Zijn als even zo stoppen. Nu uitdraaien, ik ga zo. So here it's a little bit deeper because there was a drain running here to the chicken coop, and here it's going up again. So I'm only trying to get the top layer off, so I'm on the yellow soil. I don't want to be digging too deep next to here, so I'm happy it's going up again. It was there maybe 20 centimeters against the buildings, went down to about 40 where they put in the pipes, and now it's going up again to maybe 20 centimeters, so that's fine. I can just scrape that off and keep going. And the reason I'm doing it now like this is I don't want to pile it up anymore, because if it rains on the pile, it takes too long for the pile to dry out. So this is a lot easier. This means that every time it's dry, I can start scooping a little bit by little bit and just do it this way, so I don't run into trouble. Ja, hier het laatste de goed geweest. Hè? Weet je of dat nog niet?
Nee,
Dus,
dat is waar.
ja.
Dat is misschien goed, hè?
Ja, kijk, en hier ook, ja, daar was het wat dieper omdat we daar een bij sliep.
Ja.
Maar hier wordt het ook weer minder diep, hetgeen dat wil ook. Hè.
Ja, dat is goed.
Dat betekent ook niet dat het inderdaad... Right, I'm almost at the end. Don't like working on the overhang where it's damaged, but I want to get it done because we need to put the scaffolding there. So I'm gonna start moving the piles of soil onto the bigger pile, so the driveway or what's left of it stays clear for a little while, because Sunday it's gonna be rain. So I want to clear it as much as I can so it stays less muddy. and I'm gonna move all the stones on one big pile as well. Because next week, because it's gonna be raining, it's gonna be wet, I'm gonna keep on working on the dumper to hopefully get that one running as soon as possible, so we can actually start shifting soil or wherever it needs to go, or the stone piles, put them all in one big pile, and afterwards I can see what I want to do with it. Because now I'm losing a little bit of time, but it's sunny, I have to do it. I have to do it simple. If I don't do it now and if I lose time, then I won't get it done until next winter. A little bit of plastic, but it's quite okay, so I'm happy. I haven't found that much.
Every now and then we might miss posting a video, like last week. Life happens, right? Sometimes we get sick or we have friends or family visiting, but don't worry, we always let you know when that's the case. The thing is, we've noticed not everyone sees our updates. So if you ever notice we haven't posted and you're wondering what's up, just head over to our main channel page and click on the Posts tab. That's where we share updates with our awesome community. Hopefully this clears things up for the future and helps ease any worry. If you've ever been to the south of France, you've probably heard of the Mistral, a strong, cold wind that blows down the Rhône Valley. But here we get something a bit different, the vent d'automne. It's a warm, dry wind that comes up from the southeast, often sweeping in from the Mediterranean. They say it has a way of getting under your skin. It's known to cause headaches, restlessness, and even irritability, and some people swear it can make you feel anxious or out of sorts. And we have to admit, after a few days of it blowing, we were more than ready for some calm. But on the bright side, since it's such a dry wind, it does help the soil on the driveway dry out, which at least works in our favor.
There's all gravel underneath here, so I'm scraping it off while it's still dry, because when I'm sifting, the thing that bothers me the most is those sods of grass. They get stuck or they fall down, and I have to get it every time out of my excavator. So while I'm still able to, because tomorrow it's gonna rain, I'm gonna keep scraping it off to the point where the gravel stops. And then for us as well, this part we're not gonna touch yet. It will be better to walk on, because every time with the rain and everything, it became a muddy mess. Gravel is just a mismatch of everyone just putting different kinds on top, different colors, different sizes.
Okay, that just happened. The door came out of its hinges. Probably with the digging going on, this stone moved and then it came out of balance. As you can see, the other door, how it's fixed inside this stone. And then up there, same thing here, but it moved. And I guess I was really lucky it didn't fall straight on me. The hazards of renovations.